Search is a very basic functionality. Whether you use Google search or Bing search, or you're probably somebody who's more privacy centric and use DuckDuckGo, things are about to change. What ChatGPT and OpenAI has done is brought search into the interface for ChatGPT. And why is this a game changer? What are the fine details? We'll talk about in this video. So on 31st October, which is about 4 or 5 days back, what OpenAI did is they added a simple button which just looks like this, and we'll look at mode. So the moment you click, it says search and it converts, and we'll go back to that. Now what this does is, usually if you go to ChatGPT and type a question, it relies on your knowledge base. Perplexity has found this gap long back, and what the guys at Perplexity has been doing for a while is, well, they have taken the search, they have taken LLMs, multiple different LLMs, and given you a great research tool that you can use. Now what OpenAI is doing is it's bringing the search capability right within ChatGPT, so you can get the relevant sources bang on quickly. Now it's the interface is much better. You get much faster, timely responses, and it also provides you citation. You can also choose to search the web on what you ask, or you can probably manually click around it. So you can do natural language as well as click. And it's available on the website. It's available to pro users, ChatGPT Plus and team users, and then some other waitlisting processes there. It is designed to get you a better answer. The way they present information, I also feel, has been a little updated. So, and we'll look at that experience. And beyond that, they have talked about, how can they have worked with different data providers like weather, stocks, sports, news, etc. And all of this information is available right within ChatGPT. So the narrative is ChatGPT search promises to better highlight and attribute information from trustworthy news sources, benefiting audiences while expanding the reach of publishers like ourselves who produce premium journalism. Now, why is this point important? We have to understand that Google as a company and as search, what it does is the ranking engine relies a lot on different sort of tactics, different sort of page rank and all of that techniques. A lot of that is also driven by ad. Now, I'm not sure what's ChatGPT's strategy behind the scene and whether they're looking what sort of search they are doing under the hood, whether it's a Google search, Bing search, or they've built something completely different. It's very, very difficult to understand that. But what they have done is they have given you all the abilities to see the citations. And arguably, this could be a much better way to search. And the new term is AI search. And the next set of generations is supposed to just have it in their kitty. So enough talk about it. There's more features and fine details that they have given. For example, the search model is a fine-tuned version of GPT-4o, post-trained using some synthetic data, and has a lot of distillation techniques built in here. They have given a lot of technical details in case you are interested to how the search works, and different sorts of techniques, etc., and blah blah blah. But again, without wasting too much time on it, you can actually go to a Chrome extension and download it. I'm just going to use the standard. It basically, the Chrome extension will replace your default search in the browser itself. I do not want to use that. I would rather just come to the interface. So let's look at how is the weather in Bangalore today, and let's see what it does. So the first thing it does, it's searching the web, knows the time, gives me a very nice way to see the data, right? It's given the way I would want to see the weather, like in a simple table and kind of visual, etc. I can alternatively click this button and say, hey, build me a research report by evaluating top news articles around the 2024 end of year financial outlook for the world. Quite a complex topic. I mean, I just dumped it out. But what it is doing is it's doing some sort of a evaluation based on the searches. So what I've done is incorporated a prompt and search right into ChatGPT. And what you can see is once it finishes that, it has done all the sources, and on the right hand side it is giving me all the citations that I need to have. So it has given me an information about that global growth projections, which is from IMF. Projections were 3.2 in 2024 and 3.3 in 2025, which is great. And then they have given you the link. If you click on that, you are taken to the like a hyperreference. And all of these citations are just bang on, again specific to region. How is US doing? How is Europe doing? How is China doing? So basically what is happening here is that you need to ask for it. And if I wanted to have the same question in Google, it would have been very, very difficult for me to do, because it's going to just give me those articles. And as you can clearly see, Google is also giving me World Economic Outlook, and then a couple of other JP Morgan, OECD, and etc. And let's go back and see if I have those articles here or not. Probably not. I don't see the JP Morgan article, etc. But then in of all the search results, it has probably taken some sort of reliability factor into the whole uh, evaluation process, and it has given me the result. Now, one key thing to understand is that this is not a sure shot thing. Let's say show me the celebration about Diwali in Bangalore public event, something like that. I just cooked this up. So it's also giving me some Google searches. It's giving some sort of images. I'm not able to hit that hallucination problem, but what I've seen is it cooks up images or events that are not even there. So sometimes the interpretation of search can go wrong, but to me the power this gives me is just insane. Like I can write a very, very clear uh, article with enough citations much more quickly. I would have had to rely on some sort of an agentic AI, and if you're not familiar with that, I've done a lot of videos previously. Do watch them. So yeah, this capability could be game changer, and this is where AI search is headed. All right, so that's a little bit of deep dive into the new new search capability that ChatGPT has done. Until next video, this is Akash. Thank you for listening.